Wait, comrades. Can you please come forward and introduce yourself before you go forward? You are going to wait for us. We waited for you. Just introduce yourself and stand on the side and wait for us. Thank you.
Gauteng Provincial Detachment, acting in defense of justice, public safety and the integrity of South Africa's policing institutions, have gathered at the national headquarters of the South African Police Services to hand over this memorandum following the shocking and deeply disturbing revelations made by the KwaZulu-Natal Province Commissioner Lieutenant.
So yeah, hashtag support Mkhwanazi. Let us South Africans show how viral we can go on the support of our Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi. That's been doing very good work for a period of time. We are not trusting some of the news sources, and it's already you cannot think that people want to go against it. But yeah, this is South Africa, but it's also in the world. It's not just a South Africa thing where the police can't do their work. But let's show support to them. Let's pray for them. And we stand with every good cop here. Consistency throughout our career. That's powerful. And yeah, may you all come together against the crime for protecting us. Thank you.
Guys, remember when you were young and you strongly believed that in fact, I remember people will come to me and say, I got I'm shy, Van Dam, then I'll cry and be like, no, at that time, I used to watch Van Dam or Squasneck, and I have seen him fight, but I never seen my dad fight. But I had a strong belief that nobody could, and that gave me a strong feeling or a sense of safety, protection, and security. That's what Papa Mkhwanazi is doing. In this country where the justice system or the policing system corruption starts right at the top, were you thinking, but he's making me feel so safe and so hopeful.
This message goes to General Mkhwanazi. I don't know if you're a Christian or not, but I'm going to tell you this much. If God decides he's going to choose somebody to do something, that gets done. All right. Now, a while ago, you were approached to broker a peace between yourself and somebody else, and you answered something, and I'm going to quote what you said. It says, there can never be peace between a police officer and a criminal. That said, I don't know if you're a Christian or not, but I do tell you this much, that's biblical, because in 2 Corinthians 6 verse 14 it says, what fellowship does righteousness have with lawlessness? Right. That said, if, General, you're a chosen one to make that distinction in South Africa between righteousness and lawlessness, I have a message to you from a prophet in the Bible. It's in Isaiah 54 verse 17, and that says, no weapon that's formed against you shall prosper. That means if God wants something to happen, it's going to happen. It makes no difference who says and who does. You will be successful in that endeavor of yours. However, all right, there are a few, shall we say, rules to live by, all right, which I would strongly recommend you pay attention to. Deuteronomy 12 is one that says, do not be influenced by other faiths. Deuteronomy 5 says, stay obedient to God only and stay obedient to God's rules. Now, Proverbs 31 verse 9, that says, open your mouth and judge righteously. Defend the rights of the poor and the needy. And then Hebrews 12 verse 12 to 14 says, you must be able to distinguish between good and evil. John 7:24 says, judge with right judgment. These are a few things that I do believe is in your characteristics. All right, and things you're living by. Good. That all said, there's a blessing in in Numbers 6, verse 24 to 26. And the blessing reads like this: May the Lord bless you. May he take care of you. May he be gracious and kind to you. And may he look upon you with favor and give you peace. It's a blessing. All right? That all said, General, 2 Corinthians 13:13 says, all the saints greet you. So, if you're the judge that has been chosen, I wish upon you the best, and may God bless you. Have a good day.
Now that Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi has spoken, watch how the ANC members will run to the media to try to debunk what he said. The office of the president released a statement, which is funny, because if it was false, why would they feel a need to react? If this isn't a wake-up call for the nation, the youth, everybody to wake up to the crimes that the ANC has been doing for years, I don't know. But then there's one thing that I know for sure. We will protect Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi, even if it cost us our own blood.
I think General Mkhwanazi would never have made this information public if he did not do the necessary investigations and has the supporting evidence to support his claims. I also think that the reason he did not follow protocol is because he knew that there was a chance that they will silence him silently and give us a completely different story. I also feel like General Mkhwanazi has built a lot of credibility with the people of KZN and in South Africa at large. And that is why in this matter, South Africans will support him 100%. However, South Africans will judge the ANC very harshly, and this could be the final nail in the ANC coffin, depending on how it is that they approach this.
And I have said, I want to change this country spectacularly in 3 years. So I don't have 10 years. I don't have 5 years. I don't have 6 months to decide whether or not and go to court. No, I don't have that time. People, yourselves, need accommodation. And if I'm going to submit myself to a process that will take me 10 years to deliver accommodation to you, then I would have failed you, and failed you spectacularly. So what do? We need to ensure that there's transparency, there's openness, there's accountability in each and every process that we undertake. No doubt, that is not negotiable. And that there is no corruption. And so people say, when you acknowledge a failed system and you say, whatever we do, we must not do this one. He say he's trying to give tenders to his relatives. I want you to know my relatives. Just check, you'll know them. You need to know them so that you can track whether any one of my relatives has any tender. You need to ascertain, you need to be sure about these things. So that when these allegations are flung about, because one is seeking to move from an entrenched system of corruption to something that offers us some redemption yet, you are able to interrogate the allegations. And we must interrogate the allegations together. And so it's going to be very critical for us to find ways of moving away from this corrupt system and engaging in a different one that we can monitor and track, one that delivers results timelessly, within budget, no corruption. And so we need to look for the best practices. And that we will do. If there's anything that I'm not afraid to do, it is to take decisive measures, even in the face of opposition and hostility. If it has to be done, it is good for the country, it is good for the people, I will do it. Make no mistake about it. I declare this and I declare it publicly so that it is known, so that when you gauge and you assess, you understand how I approach these matters. And with me, I'm always open to engagement. You disagree with me? Let's talk. You tell me, I think you're getting it wrong here. And I'll listen to you. And if I realize you are correct, I will say it to you, but not just to you. I'll also say it publicly. I've been advised by my friend or my colleague that this approach is wrong. I have reassessed. I have come to the conclusion that it is actually wrong, and we self-correct. That's how you operate. Because we're all frail and fallible. This is the concept of bofokoti. This is what it means.
Here to mourn, but they are nowhere here to mourn. But the other matters on the public platform, the issue of the police minister, the president said he's going to speak tomorrow. What is your take? What is your comment on how the president should handle what General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi has said and alleged?
Well, President should fire Mkhunu with immediate effect. Mkhunu came with a baggage. He's not old in the job. He's very new, but already tainted. This is a man who went to that institution to go and do wrong things. You want to our people to have confidence again in the police. You have to fire the executive authority and then put order. If there are generals that have misbehaved, the national commissioner should act on those generals. And then we start dealing with crime. The role of the police is to deal with crime, not to connive with criminals.
Not yet, but for a caliber of a police, Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi is, everyone in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, even outside of the province, wouldn't wish to lose such a caliber of a police. He's an amazing police, the leadership that is providing in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, which has made even the citizen of the province to have confidence on the police. You know that people had lost confidence on the work of the police. But now the way they are now cooperating with the police, the way they are reporting whenever there are criminal activities taking place is evidence that his leadership is a wonderful leadership.
Hasi, it's so amazing ukuthi after Mkhwanazi's briefing yesterday, all these politicians are coming out saying things like, we'll apply our minds, we will escalate the matter, the ANC Integrity Committee will have a look at this. Why is Mkhwanazi wearing this uniform? He's not supposed to be wearing this uniform. Mkhwanazi was not supposed to be live and say these things on air. What. No one is addressing the truth. No one is addressing the truth. All the politicians, the ones implicated and the ones that are defending the ones that have been implicated, no one is saying, no, he's wrong, no, he's what, no, he's this, or he's lying. Instead, Papi is Guti, Mkhwanazi went overseas and he came back with a Gucci bag, must have given it to his wife, must have had money. Distractions from the truth. We don't care if he fucking has a Louis Vuitton bag. We don't care if he was there with 7 other soldiers, whatnot. I mean, the people that are asking questions like, why is he there with 6 soldiers besides him? Is he scared that they're going to kill him? What the fuck? What do you think this is? Of course. So we are not going to sit back, the rest of us as South Africans, and just be like, oh my gosh, yeah, they are right. Mkhwanazi is a piece of shit, blah, blah, blah. Asnandaba. We are backing Mkhwanazi the best way we can. From whatever corners that we are in, everyone, it's imperative for a lot of us, I think, to back Mkhwanazi. That's, of course, if you believe in his work. If you don't, it's okay. Stay aside. But we are backing him. So we'll continue to speak about it. We will continue to speak his truth. And we'll continue to speak about the matters that we see every day as Stratton. We don't even need to be told by Mkhwanazi what's happening. We see it. He didn't do anything. Like, it's so crazy that the truth is controversial these days. How can the truth be controversial? How can I tell the truth and then, oh my gosh, and like, oh, look at his allegations. He did not even once say allegedly. He was naming names. He had dates. He had texts. He's got the receipts. Unless anyone can prove otherwise, the man is probably telling the truth. And if that's the case, as we all know, the country is obviously effectively run by mafias. And I hope people like Mkhwanazi and his team are able to gather more people, more funding, more strength, more power.
This present moment, the war that we are facing is so serious that it deals with...
My country people, fellow South Africans, we have been saying it, that we are at war and there's no neutral ground. If you are not on our side, then you are the enemy and you are making matters even worse. You know, just looking and observing what's been happening since this, presser of General Mkhwanazi, I realized that indeed it's true what we've been saying, that we are at war with the system that seeks to destroy, to rob and kill the future of South Africa. The system that has left us paralyzed, depressed, void of hope, void of purpose. The system that has made sure that we continue to be oppressed. We continue to live in advert poverty. The system that has even denied our children, whether educated or not, with qualifications, without qualifications, without jobs. The system that is now taking away our rights to healthcare services. The system that is taking away our rights to proper education. The system that has taken away our rights to safety and security. This is the system that was introduced to us under the leadership of ANC, African National Corruption. And they sold us a lie. They called it democracy. Democracy that came to steal, to rob the future generation of the Republic of South Africa, where politicians continue to share the wealth of this nation, except the people of the Republic of South Africa. It is so painful, because these are the things that we've always been saying, and we were labeled conspiracy theorists. When we are saying to our people, wake up, the future of this country is at stake. This is heartbreaking, and I want us to make up our minds, because this is our last option. This is the last, this is our last opportunity to free ourselves in the true liberation of freedom. We are not free. We are literally under a new dispensation of oppression and apartheid. We are under modern day slavery called globalist agenda. They want to they're actually globalizing South Africans. They're pushing globalization to our throats, whether we like it or not. And guess what? At the expense of the Republic of South African citizens, at the expense of the future generation of this country. How insane can this be? How insane can this be? How bad and heartbreaking can this be? And we want to send a message out there to say, you touch General Mkhwanazi, you touch us as a nation. And I want us to really, really invest everything that we have in this issue right now, South Africans. Because this is the only option. This is the only time. This is the only opportunity we have to free ourselves and free our children that are crying out for help. This is not freedom. I've been saying it, that this is a trap. And this is a call to our youth to say, do what the Gen Zs of Kenya did. Drop whatever you are doing. Improve my value. Stop having fun. Stop. Let's close all the taverns right now. Let's close all the bottle stores right now. Let us focus. The country is gone. The country is in the hands of the underworld. Criminal mafians. They are the ones ruling this country. They've taken away our peace. They've taken away our dignity. They've taken our way away, our health, our mental health. People are depressed. This nation is depressed. This nation is hungry. This nation is homeless. This nation, we are literally the third-class citizens in our own country. Have you ever been in your country and you feel like you are lost? That's how the system is so wicked. That's how this system is deadly. And that's how corrupt the system is. The system is out to kill and rob and destroy us. Rise up, Mzansi. This is insane. Can you imagine? They've made us to get used to load shedding, water shedding. They've made us to get used to being unalived. Rape is an order of the day. Criminality is an order of the day. Picking up our children's bodies every day, it's an order of the day. We must get used to kidnapping and all this kind of nonsense. No, South Africans. We are not angry enough. We are not angry enough. These people have literally destroyed and killed us. Sehamba. They've taken away everything from us. There's nothing left to fear for your lives for. We might as well lay it down for the generation that is coming after us. Let us make sure that we protect and we rise up and we stand with General Mkhwanazi. The more I listen to him, the more I just feel that I'm one of him. I'm also with him. Let us unite for a common cause. Let us protect the little that's left of our beloved nation, South Africa. Let us unite regardless of political affiliations. Let us unite regardless of province. Let us unite regardless of color of race. As South African together, we can do this. For our own safety, for our own security, for the prosperity, for the future generation that's coming after us. It cannot be right for us to get used to crime. It cannot be right for us to get used to the fact that you leave your house, you don't know if you're coming back. Even in your household. I mean, I was watching the news the other day. There's a woman who's crying, whose 9-year-old was shot while watching TV at home. Is this Afghanistan? What have they turned South Africa into? South Africans, my country people, the ball is all in your court. No one is going to do it for us. Can we rise up with the spirit of 1976? Can we say that this is our 1976 this year? Let us take back our freedom. Let us make sure that our future generation is going to say that those that were there before us, they did this for us. Let us pick up the spear from the former liberators. Your Winnie Mandela's, your Mama Winnie Mandela's, your Mama Line Ngoyi, your Mama Sisulu's, all those that laid it down, those that fought before us. We are that generation that the earnest of creation is being groaning for. And remember, for as long as the wicked rule at this country, South Africa, evil will continue to rule. We will continue to mourn. So rise up, Mzansi. I love you. I believe in your future. Your future is bright. Queen Lebo Mkhize once again. As we are waiting for Cyril Ramaphosa, the next video will follow. Shalom, shalom. My buye is South Africa. I love you, South Africa. Queen Lebo Mkhize. Shalom, shalom.
It started with one man speaking out. Now the whole country is on edge. General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi has sparked a national storm with his bold and unapologetic stance against corruption, exposing interference from top officials in the police force. And while the halls of power may be shaking, the streets of South Africa are alive with something even stronger, the voice of the people. Across provinces, races, political affiliations, and economic lines, South Africans are reacting. And the loudest message coming through is clear: the people stand with Mkhwanazi. You'll see it online, thousands of hashtags flooding X and TikTok. You'll see it in real life, Candlelight vigils, street protests, interviews with ordinary citizens saying they finally feel someone in uniform is speaking the truth. There's a sense that Mkhwanazi didn't just open a can of worms, he opened the door to accountability in a country that's been desperate for it. Taxi drivers in Soweto are calling him the People's General. A group of elders in KwaMashu held a prayer for his protection. Teachers, artists, and even business owners have come out in support. And youth groups across the country say his courage is inspiring a new generation to speak up. But it's not all cheer and celebration. There's also a rising tension in the air. Some South Africans are asking the hard questions. What happens next? Will there be any real consequences for those implicated? Are we just watching another brave soul get silenced by the system? And even more curiously, some people are starting to wonder whether Mkhwanazi might be playing a longer game. Is he exposing others before they expose him? Is he truly the whistleblower, or could there be something more beneath the surface? It's a reminder of the deep mistrust that exists in the country, not because of Mkhwanazi himself, but because South Africans have been let down so many times before. Remember Marikana, remember state capture, remember the promises after July unrest. The people have been burned. And now, they're cautious. Still, despite the doubts, the unity around Mkhwanazi is almost unprecedented. In a country often divided by race, language, and history, this moment is bringing people together in a way that transcends politics. For many, this is not just about one man. It's about a system that finally got exposed. It's about a glimmer of hope that someone, somewhere in uniform is brave enough to speak the truth, even when it's dangerous. And make no mistake, it is dangerous. We've already seen whispers that whistleblowers are being watched. We've seen what happened to others who tried to hold the line, like Babita Deokaran, like Armand Swart. South Africans know the cost of truth in this country. That's why the support for Mkhwanazi isn't just applause, it's a shield. The people are standing in front of him now, saying, "You will not go down alone." So, where does this all lead? If you're a South African watching this, you already know, the real battle isn't about one general. It's about whether the truth can survive in a country built on secrets. It's about whether our justice system can finally serve the people and not the politicians. It's about whether the people who steal, silence, and sabotage will be exposed, not in a headline, but in handcuffs. Whether Mkhwanazi is the hero we hoped for or just the spark that lit the fire, one thing is certain, South Africans are awake. And the days of sitting quietly while corruption spreads like a virus, are coming to an end. Stand by for more, because this story, it's just getting started.